Hi, I'm Tom Marks, and welcome to this episode of Front Lobby Confessionals. This is actually episode number 2 on corporate ethics. So if you didn't see episode number 1, I strongly encourage you to watch that first. It'll make a lot more sense to do that sequentially and then watch this, because there are a lot of statistics in episode 1 that are really critical to understanding episode 2. So today I want to talk about the Greek notion of soul, which was a philosophy in Athens more than 2,000 years ago, an ethic that was meant to discuss workplace culture. And the Greek notion of soul consisted of 3 different components. One was that we needed reason for solid thinking, we needed spirit for empathy and compassion, and we needed appetite for learning and understanding. And of course, today, some of that learning and understanding would certainly be understanding the wants and needs of our customers and what their demands are going to be in the future. So, what does this have to do with sales and marketing? Well, we know from the statistics in episode 1 that anywhere between 75% and 90% of consumers aren't going to buy products or services from companies that they don't believe are trustworthy. And that spans every buyer segment, from boomers to millennials to Generation Z. So there's no backing out of this. And this is all research done, again, by Nielsen and Havas. So it's really irrefutable. So it has everything to do with sales and marketing, particularly if you're on the verge of losing between 75% and 90% of your customers if they deem you to be untrustworthy. And the Greek notion of soul is a really good roadmap for implementing a corporate ethics and trust campaign in your organization. As we know, corporate ethics and trustworthiness starts at the top, number 1, and number 2 is an inside-out effort, always. There's no other way to do it. So in regard to understanding the wants and needs of your customers, if you start now in regard to implementing a trust campaign, you'll be ready next year. And it's important to understand what you have to do, and also that there's just no way you can do it yourself. You have to work collaboratively with people that do this, that understand corporate ethics, understand their origins, know sales and marketing, and know how to do proper messaging. I think that trust in corporate ethics is like saffron. A little goes a long way. It reminds me of the ancient proverb, he who proves too much ends up proving nothing at all. And I think that's the same with the discipline of corporate ethics and trust. If you really, the more you push this, the more it's going to sound like you're hiding something. So that's why you need someone from the outside to really help you plan this. But here's what you're going to need to do. You're going to need to revise your sales messaging, that's for certain, and take advantage of trust and discipline if you are a company already doing that. You're going to need to amend or refine your level 1, level 2, and level 3 narrative pitch flows in terms of your marketing messaging. And you're probably going to need to prove this without pushing it too much, which means producing content. If you have a CEO or a chairman or president who is particularly good on camera, I would strongly suggest a video discussing the point of view of the corporation and how trustworthiness is extremely important to you. And you understand that consumers want this from an organization, and that it will be, without saying it, a differentiating sales factor for you. So there's a lot to do. You probably have some position papers to write, and you do need help doing this. Remember, you only have one shot, and if it's not right, and the tone isn't right, and the personality isn't right, You're going to spend all of 2019 correcting a mistake that really shouldn't ever have been made. Anyway, more about this, more on sales, more on marketing in the next episode of Front Lobby Confessionals. See you next time.